Hey, this is Caitlin with Russell Nutrition, and you're watching GoTarryn TV.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is Monday, September the 7th. It's Labor Day, and side by side on this special holiday edition, we have Caitlin Russell with Russell Nutrition. Caitlin, thanks so much for coming on today's GoTarryn TV Skype interview.
Thank you, Taryn. I'm excited to be here.
We're grateful to have you, and for those folks who saw one of my previous video blogs back on May 22nd, I did a Circle of Praise edition on Russell Nutrition. If you're watching, people, you can go back on that. Again, that was May 22nd, where you learned a little bit about Russell Nutrition. And we're finally connecting here. Caitlin comes to us. She's a registered dietitian, nutritional counselor, holistic wellness coach. And Caitlin, I want to ask you first and foremost, can you tell everybody out there a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and about your nutritional services, please?
Sure, Taryn. Well, I am a registered dietitian, and I'm licensed in the state of Georgia, where I grew up. So I'm a native of Georgia, and I went to college and at Sweetbriar College in Virginia, and then I came back and actually spent a couple of years in Japan teaching English. And came back and started a career in marketing and sales for a very large trade show in Atlanta. And while I loved my job, it wasn't something that I could really envision myself doing once I had a family, because I did travel a lot. So I ended up quitting my job after almost 10 years and going back to school. And so being a registered dietitian is a second career for me, but I think I have an interesting perspective I do have two children now, which I had while I was getting my master's at Georgia State. And then I did my dietetic internship, which is like dietitian training. I did that in Atlanta at Emory University Hospital. And so now I'm in private practice, and my specialty is adult weight loss. And I'm also getting into digestive health, food sensitivities, and bacterial overgrowth. It's a passion of mine. I've had my own health issues, and so my passion kind of compels me to have followed the path that I'm on now, and that is helping clients with weight and digestive issues. So
that's awesome. Very good. A real quick question. How old are you? You have two little girls, I believe, right?
I do. They are 10 and 7.
And what are their names?
Eva is my 10-year-old, and then I have Julia, who is 7, and then my husband, I can't forget him, is Scott.
Well, I'm sure they're watching today as we're doing this video blog, so for y'all, say hello, and great to see Mother. Yes, she's doing a great job here. And now, you and I were connected via a couple of great clients who strongly recommended you. They were very happy with results that they got from you. I'm talking about Katie White and Chad White, and I understand they did a temporary weight loss cleanse. Can you go into maybe a little, and they did awesome, by the way. When I saw them, they were just losing the pounds and leaning up, looking good, looking their best. So we got to say hi to Katie and Chad if they're watching. But can you talk about maybe their success story a little bit, Caitlin?
Well, sure. I can talk in general terms, about clients that I've had in. I offer a fall cleanse and a spring cleanse, and then I kind of do one in the new year. That's when everybody's kind of ready to really start the new year off on a good foot. Just from a standpoint of keeping my clients confidential, I mean, I know that they're clients of yours too, so we can mention that. But just in terms of general client success, I mean, I have testimonials on my website where people lose an average of 8 to 15 pounds doing the 21-day cleanse. And all we're doing, it's not a crash diet, it's not juice fasting or anything like that. I don't recommend that. It's really just, it's a way to get off of refined sugar and gluten and dairy. And those are the three biggest culprits I find to when people are on those and they're eating a lot of sugar and a lot of dairy and a lot of gluten, they tend to have issues with losing weight. Not all of them, but we tend to just, let's wipe the slate clean. Let's just put in a bunch of vegetables, some good amount of fiber, and that's where we get our carbohydrates from. And then we've got our lean proteins, and then we find alternatives to the dairy. The cleanses that I offer come with about 40 to 50 recipes, original recipes, and they're fabulous. They're gourmet. I didn't write them. Well, some of them I did, but most of them I actually had a chef write, and so they're very well done. Lots of good nutrients in there. But to answer your question about the success of the programs, I mean, people are surprised at they're like, I'm so used to counting points, or I'm so used to counting carbohydrates, or, and I say, well, let's take a break from that for a little bit. If that's worked for you, great. But if you're still struggling, I like for people to look at food as it should be, and that's just as, real nutrition that nourishes your body. Food should be enjoyed. It shouldn't feel like a chore. I think there's so many experts out there who talk about, well, you have to eat this way or you have to eat that way. And really it's about finding what works for you. And so always eating more vegetables, some fruits. You can also go overboard on the fruit too, because that does have natural sugar in it. And that does affect some people. But the success of the program, I mean, every person that has been on the program has had one success or another. We do a symptom score before they begin the cleanse, and then we do one afterwards. And their symptom score, where they tally, how well they sleep, or if they've got joints that ache, or this or that, or migraines, things like that, digestive issues, and then we rate it at the end. And their symptom scores are always down, 20, 30 points. So it's pretty significant.
That's great. Excellent. That's nice. And so let me ask you this, Caitlin. What is your favorite part of Wrestle Nutrition? Like, what is, just so rewarding to you, like the thing that's your favorite with what you do with Wrestle Nutrition?
I think it's that I've been able to combine my personal health and what I've found that works for me and my family in terms of eating, just eating real foods that really support our bodies and help my children grow and help me stay, fit and lean, and my husband too. He always says, he's my best client because I always try out the recipes on him first. But I think what I love the most is that I've been able to marry what I do for a living with my professional side. And it took a while, when I quit my job and decided to go back to school and start over, and leave a well-paying job and benefits and insurance and all that good stuff. I knew that it would be better in the long run, for me to be able to be there with my kids and help them. And I learn all the time, always reading. And that's what gets me up in the morning, besides being woken up by my 7-year-old, reading the latest nutrition information, the science that goes behind these recommendations. And some of them aren't founded by science, and I try to debunk those. I never tell a client, if they come to me with a question, it's never a stupid question. I just help them sort out what's fact and what's not true.
No, that's great. Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. When let's say somebody's watching right now and they want to touch base with you and they want to get their foot in the water, they're not sure, they're on the fence, can you tell them about this discovery session kind of introductory that you have?
Yeah, so I understand that it can be a little bit intimidating to speak with a dietitian or somebody outside of your normal healthcare family, whether it's usually your internist. And so I offer a 30-minute free session. There's no obligation, so that we can, if someone is interested in potentially working with me, but they still have a lot of questions, I am happy to answer them via email. However, usually people like to, meet someone, and I do a 30-minute call, and we kind of go over what your goals are, what you're interested in doing, what challenges you've had, where you kind of see yourself not being able to follow through, and then we talk about how we could work together. And as much for me as it is for them. I offer it so that I can know if they'd be a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're coming to me and you're looking for a quick weight loss kind of, I need a pill, or I want to know if I should just cut out all carbohydrates and,
Mm-hmm.
drop 20 pounds by next week, then you're not my ideal client.
Right.
I'm doing this so that I can help people develop good eating habits, work through challenges. In addition to being a dietitian, I'm also trained in transformational coaching, which means if you're really struggling or you're frankly pissed off that you have to eat a certain way to,
Mm-hmm.
to lose some weight, we work through that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a non-confrontational kind of just, way to work through any challenges or things that you're going through that are stopping you from reaching your health goals. And
That's
so that all happens, with the transformational coaching. That would happen in an actual session. But the 30-minute discovery session is just a way for us to get to know each other.
mm-hmm.
You can ask any questions that you have, and it's really fun. I have about, I wouldn't say it's 100% success rate. Once somebody speaks to me
Mm-hmm.
through the discovery session, they generally become a client. So.
Yeah. No, that's great. I think that's
But
terrific.
but again, there's no pressure. I don't want you to feel like if you book it, trust me, I won't get my feelings hurt if somebody decides not to.
Yeah, yeah. Usually it's on them. They'll know that make or break point if they're
Right.
going to commit. It's commitment. It definitely
It
is.
is.
I see it with personal training all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now, Caitlin, can you tell us where do you service as far as obviously the Greater Atlanta area, but where is your perimeter, I guess, or radius that you provide your services?
Well, I work pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
I'm licensed in the state of Georgia, so
Mm-hmm.
I can practice what's called medical nutrition therapy in Georgia.
Gotcha.
And what that means is, if you come to me and you have, say, diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
cardiovascular disease, that kind of thing, I can give you specific recommendations on those conditions.
Okay.
For anyone outside of Georgia, I can still work with them, but it would be on a more general basis, giving you recommendations that you would want to then go and clear with your doctor. But I can coach anyone, especially if they're trying to, say, work through sugar cravings or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, and coaching them through something like that. That I can do with anyone around the world. I've had clients in India, I've had clients in Washington State, so
Wow.
they're really all over.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. Well, I'll tell you, this 15 minutes has flown by faster than any other video blog I've ever done. This is so refreshing. I'm glad we got to scratch the surface, meet you, and talk to you a little bit. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. How can anybody watching right now get in hold of you, whether it's your website, email, phone number? What's the best ways to contact you if they're ready to get signed up and want more information?
Sure. So I have a website, and the address for that is russellnutrition.com, and that's RUSSELL nutrition.com. So that's my website, and on the home page, there is actually a place where you can click and sign up for my newsletter, and you'll actually
Nice.
receive a free. It's a pretty nice guide that I created
Okay.
for 12 tips for natural weight loss that doesn't involve really dieting.
Okay.
And so that you would get for free. It's over 30 pages, written by me. And so once you sign up for my newsletter, that's what you'll receive. If you can't find it or something happens, I'm also available via email. And my name is spelled CAITLIN, and then at russellnutrition.com.
Gotcha. Very good. That's awesome. I love the sign up there. That is great. Definitely. So anybody watching, check that out. Go to our website right now and sign up today. In case anybody missed it, grab a pen and paper, because when we fade to black in a minute, we're going to get that contact information again. But again, Caitlin, I really found our interview here to be very insightful, refreshing. Again, keep up the awesome work. Again, I've seen it personally with what you've done with Katie and Chad White, and all the other success stories too, and so that's just tremendous. And next time we have you on here, I'd like to go a little bit into more detail and maybe ask you about some of the other services that you provide too. So I would love to have you back on here, say in next month or so, if that.
I would love that. I would love
Yeah,
that. And I
yeah.
also wanted to mention that if someone does sign up for my newsletter, they will be informed when my next 21-day fall cleanse is. It's coming up. So if they want to know when that is, they can go and sign up. And I promise I don't send out daily emails. I
Right.
know my inbox gets inundated. So
Yeah.
it's timely information, and they'll be the first to know when the next cleanse is going to be.
Okay. Is that date set right now, by chance?
Not yet. I have
Not
a
yet? Okay.
general idea. I'm thinking in October, November. We run into the holidays, so I try to get it in before Thanksgiving.
Okay, okay. Well, when we're done here in a minute, Caitlin, hold that thought because I'd like to ask you about that after this video blog's recorded. I think I got an idea. Very good. So, again, folks, I hope you enjoyed this special Labor Day edition. Again, thank you so much, Caitlin, for your time here on this holiday. And everyone else watching, happy Labor Day. And as we fade to black, Caitlin's information is going to come up very shortly here momentarily. Caitlin, thank you so much for your time, too, and keep up the great work.
Thank you too, Taryn.
All right, take care.
Bye.
There you saw the contact information for Russell Nutrition and Caitlin Russell. Caitlin, thank you so much for your time coming on here on especially today, Labor Day, and telling everybody about your services and your nutritional advice. And I think that everybody watching really enjoyed it, as truly I did, and got a lot of good information. So again, we really appreciate you coming on here and talking to us. And Caitlin, we'd love to have you back on here very soon for a follow-up. So there you have it, folks. That was Russell Nutrition. You got the contact information. I want you to get with her as soon as you can and tell her that you saw her right here on GoTarryn TV Skype, and that way she'll know where you're coming from. So for everyone else out there, I hope that you are enjoying your Monday, and especially this nice, good holiday that we're having. Have a wonderful, safe, fun Labor Day, everyone, wherever you're at. And again, hope everyone's with your loved ones, your family, your friends, enjoying this day off from work. So we're off to a roaring week here, and September is just the first full week, as you know, just really flourishing. We're going to do great, folks. We're going to get our workouts in, continue to eat right, and watch these GoTarryn TV blogs right here on this website link, GoTarryn.tv. If you don't have that bookmarked as a favorite in your web browser, then please make sure you do so today and tell 2 people about it. After you're done checking out Russell Nutrition, if you could, I'd greatly appreciate if you could please make sure to like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter, and I would greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much again for tuning in today on your Labor Day, and enjoy the rest of your holiday, everyone. Until I see you guys next time, remember, with GoTarryn Personal Training and Taryn the Traveling Trainer, master of the personal training universe, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll see you on Thursday for our next video blog. See you then, everybody. Bye-bye.